We're here with head football coach Paul Winters. Losing streak reaches 3 games. What types of things are you guys working on as a staff to prevent it from reaching 4?
Well, I think you work on fundamentals, you work on building confidence, and you work on the game plan.
Some positives to focus on: time of possession, penalties aren't killing you. Manny Mendoza was great. Talk a little bit about some of those things and focusing on Manny's day. Best game of the season.
Well, first of all, our plan was to hold on to the football and to have a really a day where we drove the ball and scored and kept them off the field. I mean, we were able to drive the ball, we just didn't score early enough, and they made some big plays. Manny Mendoza was a big part of that plan because we knew they were going to load up to stop the run. We knew they were going to really kind of put their defense in a bad position where Manny wouldn't be able to be stopped. And so we tried to get to Manny as often as possible, and I think other than 1 or 2 breakdowns, we were able to do that pretty well. Manny was outstanding.
Talk about that game plan a little bit. Started off pretty much to script, I would say, if I can get into your head a little bit. Really took the air out of the ball in first downs, and everything was going according to plan.
It was, and you know, we wanted to stay in front of the chains. You know, if we can get 4 and 5 yards on first and second down, we're in third down short yardage situations. We knew we could handle that, and at some point we got behind the chains, and we really early in the game weren't able to pass protect very well. So that hurt us, and that put us in a situation where we were forced to punt, and you know, we kind of went haywire with our punt team, and it was just, you know, it changed the complexion of our entire team.
Yeah, that's kind of been the story. These big turning moments in the game. At Ferris, you got the block punt. At Grand Valley, you got the bad snap. Is that something that you're talking about, or are you moving on from some of those things, those one moment type things?
You know what? You try to correct those issues, but for a team, what we want to be able to do is respond. You know, we talk about the response to whatever event happens determines the outcome. Well, we haven't responded to those events, so we've had bad outcomes. So we're trying to change that part. You know, we can't tell what's going to happen, but we know we have to respond to whatever happens, and we haven't done that.
Looking ahead to homecoming, always a special week. Talk about what it means to have some of the former players and coaches and support around during this week around the current team.
I think it's always great when we get the former players to come back. You know, their stories are all lies at this point in their lives. You know, yeah, coach was a lot harder on me, and
they ran for
4,000
4,000 yards instead of 1,000. Yeah.
Exactly, and you know, coach made us run sprints after every game. It's like, no, we didn't do that. But the guys are fun to be around, and just there's a confidence that they have from the success that most of them had that I think it's good to be around.
Looking ahead, talk a little bit about Northwood. Always a tough game. What needs to happen for us to get a homecoming victory?
We need to control the football and put it in the end zone. They have an option offense that is a good offense, and it's very good for their personnel. We've got to do a great job of defending it, understanding the speed of it, because ultimately it's hard to practice against. So our defense has to be prepared from the beginning of the game to handle the speed of their offense.